Changing Lives Together started 10 years ago. It's just been about 10 years, and it was as a result of the need we saw. I ended up, after college, going to do a one-year government program in a very small village in Ghana, and hadn't been exposed to the kind of conditions I experienced in the 1 year I was there. Conditions with healthcare, conditions with the educational system, the lack of potable drinking water, and the impacts that had on not just in the town where I was, but in the communities in that area. Just devastating impacts, and out of that, just seeing the need got me thinking, why should people live in such conditions? And was there anything we could do to help improve their conditions, to help change the conditions?
When I met George for the first time, I wanted to invest not only finances, but I wanted to invest my life in projects that were truly going to make a difference in people's lives. And so my reason for going to Ghana, I knew that when I went and the people that I took with me, not only were we going to impact a community, not only were we going to impact a village, but our lives were going to be impacted as well, knowing that the time that we spent there made a difference.
Our education program will include anything ranging from building classrooms or libraries for schools that don't have those facilities, to remodeling infrastructure, providing solar facilities for power needs, or providing school supplies for schools that need those supplies.
They told me that we were going to a school. When we got to the school, I realized, what they were calling a classroom would be comparable to what we in America would call a barn. These classrooms had tin roofs that were leaking water. They were roofs were being held up by wooden poles. The desks were broken, and the classrooms were overcrowded. They were actually, in one of the classrooms, they were actually installing or pouring cement while the class was going on. And so the conditions to learn were nearly impossible. And so we caught a vision to go there and build a new 4-room classroom project with a library.
Healthcare would cover things like sending critical medical equipment that's needed to hospitals, existing hospitals in Ghana, partnering with these hospitals to implement those projects, provide equipment for various departments in the hospitals, install, set up, sometimes train on-site personnel if there's a need to. And then some of the larger projects will involve actually infrastructure construction of medical facilities.
When we were there was a family of 5 there that had apparently drank some water that was contaminated. And this entire family passed away. And Dr. Kusi looked at our team and said, this could have been prevented if I would have had the basic supplies and the basic medical equipment. I will never forget that.
There's 2 projects. One is a medical project. It's to support the Fountain Care Hospital. They currently have a pediatric center, and their goal is to have a neonatal center, a neonatal ICU. Currently they don't have one, but they serve a fairly large population. I think somewhere upwards of 50,000 people. And so this gala will raise funds to support providing equipment for a neonatal ICU at this hospital, the Fountain Care Hospital. The other is a project that supports a boarding school in the Brahafo region. It's the Boma School. They have a student population boarding on-site, students who live on campus, about 400 students, close to 400 students. But the cafeteria, the kitchen that supports the cafeteria is completely unsanitary, and so just watching food preparation, utensils on the ground, just on the earth ground, food produce, that type of thing. And the principal is very concerned with food poisoning, the unsanitary conditions, and how that impacts the health of the children. And so this gala also support raising funds to provide kind of a commercial kitchen to support the cafeteria and what they are doing to provide healthy meals for the children, for the kids.
You know, everybody wants to make a difference in their life. And when I think of the question, you know, what's it really going to take to see lives changed together? I think the answer is simple. It's one life at a time. It's one school project at a time. It's one hospital at a time. It's one water system at a time. So if somebody's really wanting to make a difference, maybe they can't go to Ghana, but they could give to Ghana. I know, because I've been there, that what you invest is going to make a huge impact in the lives of people.